Hi you guys, welcome back to the Budgeting Buddy. My name is Dominique, and for this video I'm going to be showing you guys my monthly reset for the month of September. This is going to be all the money that I'm going to be putting towards for future cash stuffing videos, and it's pretty much seeing the breakdown of the income that I'm going to be bringing in this month. If that interests you, keep watching, and if not, I will see you guys in the next one, but let's get started. So first, let's start by zooming in, shall we? Sweet. So our start date's gonna be September 1st. It is currently September 4th, but I don't get paid until the 5th. So let's try to get this set up so we know where our money's going. Until the 30th. Job A is gonna pay $8.50. I typically get paid more than this, but I keep doing overtime, and that's why I keep getting paid more. But without overtime, I should be getting $8.50. So I'm just gonna do $8.50 just to be safe. Job B has been very interesting. It's a part-time job. I was told that I was going to get 18 to 20 hours a week, and I'm completely fine with 18. But lately, they only been giving me 8 hours. So I need to probably have a sit down with them and let them know that, hey, I'm driving 30 minutes away past where I live in the opposite direction of where I work to come here. So if I'm only going to come here for 8 hours a week, you guys need to let me go so I can find somewhere closer to home. Because there's like a whole bunch of stores around me that I can just, pop in, do a little 18 hours a week and call it a day. But I really like my store. It's a nice store. It's just, I can't be driving 30 minutes in traffic going the opposite direction from where I live only for 8 hours a week. So, yeah, because my paychecks are supposed to be $600 every 2 weeks, so $1,200 a month, plus the $34 a month that I get from my job A. So I was supposed to be bringing in $4,600 a month, but now I'm bringing in either 42, 41, 43. So the extra $300 that I'm missing, and I'm paying for gas to go over there, it's not really working out. So I'm gonna need to ask them to figure something out. But I'm gonna be getting $430, and then this one I'm just gonna put it at $450 for now, because both of these should be $600, but as you can see, they are not. And then as the money gets in, I will update it, and then that's will be the cash stuffing videos. So let's see. Let's do it based off of a budget. Income breakdown. I guess this one doesn't really matter, but okay, cool. So I am projected to bring in $4,280. This again is like about almost $420 short than what I normally was projected to bring in. That we're gonna do a budget allocation. Pretty much what that means is that I'm giving each area my bills, my expenses, savings, and debts. I'm going to be setting up how much each one should be getting. So, yeah. So for bills are going to get at least 45%. Expenses, I need to cut that to 10%. And then debts, I'm at 55. So let's do 25. Then it should just be 20, right? Yeah. Right? 25, 45, that's 60, 70, 30, okay. Then I just go and check the numbers to see if I like everything. And we're gonna put it in the budget to see if everything fits where it needs to fit. And then I'll change the numbers depending on how much. Because I'm trying to make sure everything adds up to 0 and nothing is being left over. So rent is $17.49. That took a lot. Internet is 65. Utilities is gonna be 160. So I might need more money in bills. Electricity is gonna be a 30. Car is 120. And then phone is gonna be 30. So I'm $228 short in this category. Fun fact, my rent is actually being lowered. So my lease renewed in June, and starting in May of this year, they released a statement. Basically, the city has decided that there is a certain limit that apartments are allowed to go up on rent. So my rent is now under rent controlled. So seeing how they increased my rent in June and the law took effect starting in May, that means that I was saved by 37 days. And so my rent now has to be lowered back to what it originally was. So I pay $1,559 for rent, but I had to pay for my parking and I had to pay for renter's insurance, and that's where I get those $17.49. Now, before I was only paying $16.50, and that included my parking, my renter's insurance, and my base rent. So it was like only a $99 difference. So who knows? It might go back down 99, or maybe just the difference in rent. I don't know if the parking's included with that, but that is something very nice to see. For gas, I still have half a tank, so I'm only gonna do 40. Groceries, one of the stores that I work close to was having a giant sale on meat. So I just stocked up and spent $100 on meat. And yeah, so I don't need any protein whatsoever. So for groceries, it's just going to be pretty much vegetables, fruits, stuff like that for the rest of the month. So I'm only going to put in a 50. Household gets a 10. Beauty is going to get a 10. Fun money, I'm going to do 50 because I'm about to go to the movies next week. Traveling gets nothing, but I should put something because I need my real ID, but I don't know yet, so we're going to leave that blank. Health gets 100 always. Miscellaneous, I don't really have nothing for miscellaneous. So let's see. Okay, so let's see. I guess for traveling, I can put in 50. I don't know how much it's going to cost me to get my real ID, but I'm just going to put 50. So at least it's been budgeted that I'm taking 50 out. But yeah, so this extra $118 I do not need. So this was at 10%. We're going to drop it down to at least we can get rid of this 118. So let's do 8%. Let's do 7%. Okay. How about 7.5%? Nope, just rounded up to 8. Okay. So I have $11 left over, and I'll just put that in the miscellaneous. Sweet. So expenses is completely budgeted. It's paid for. And again, this is going based off of the income that I'm bringing in. So let's do bills. Okay. So bills, we are actually over by $228. So we did 8%. Bills, I'm gonna put it up to 50. So when this flashes, that means I'm overspending. So 50, 75, 95. I'm over by 3%. So I have to cut 3% from somewhere. Savings, we will cut that down to 17%. Okay, we're back in a good area. I'm still short by $14. So we're gonna do 51%. And we're gonna cut this to, we're just gonna do 15%. And we're gonna do the extra, right? I don't think it can go up to 27. Nope. Stops at 26. Sweet. Okay. Okay, cool. So rent's gonna get the 1,749. This may change because again my rent is being lowered. I don't know how much they're lowering it to. I don't know when it's gonna take effect, but they did tell me that from June, July, August, and September, because I just paid, I will be getting a credit back onto my account, and that money will be going towards future payments. So it should be around maybe $300 to $400 being put back into my account to pay for future rents, which is pretty nice. I actually rather just prefer them to give me a check and give me back the money, but I digress. It's pretty cool. Internet's fine, utilities is fine, electricity is fine, car and phone. Okay, let's do an extra. We're gonna bump this up to 180, and then we're going to do an extra we're just gonna leave the $8.80 right here. I will figure out something else to do with that. Okay, next we are going to go to debts. Now I'm really kind of upset with how my debts are only at, because I wanted to put at least $2,000 away. So debts plus savings should be at $2,000 for me personally, because everything that I put away in my savings challenge binder ends up coming back to pay off my debts, or it goes into my savings. So right now I have $1,112 set for debts, and I have $642. So I'm not at the $2,000 mark. I am short, and that again goes with this guy because I would have been at my $2,000 limit. So yay. But let's just get it started. For student loans, I'm going to put, I only owe $600 left on my city card, so I'm gonna put $600, and then I'm gonna put the 512.8 on student loans. For challenges, let's see. I actually had to take money out of my emergency fund, and I put that down to 0. So I need to get that back up to 1,000. I need to pay for my last class for school, which is going to be $16.48, and then I have challenges. The summer savings challenges is over starting September 22nd, because according to Google, the last day of summer is September 22nd. So I still have until then to put money away for savings. And I did a little rough counting estimate, and I'm doing pretty good. So I believe everything that I put in that savings book is going to go into student loans. But seeing how I did pay off did take money out of my emergency fund, I might have to put some stuff in that area too. But we'll see. So for challenges, we're going to do let's see. I think what we will do is just do the full 642. Nope, I lied. We're only going to do... What should I do? I'm going to do $250 for emergencies. And then we're just going to do the $392. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So, my goal is to decide if I'm going to put in some PTO to get these numbers up, because this one right here is short by $170, and then this one right here is short by $150. So 170 plus 150, that's what, $320? $320 I'm short. And then that $320, if you add this and then these, makes the $2,000 plus the $320. That makes the $2,000 limit that I'm trying to have when putting towards debt. And the fact that I don't quite have it is irritating me. And it will be nice to put that extra $300 back into my emergency fund, so at least I'm halfway to $1,000. And then I finished my savings book. I put $512 in student loans, so that should bring me down to $15,000. And then my city card is paid for. I still have to pay for school. The next section of class starts in mid-October, and I have to pay $1,648. They haven't sent me a bill yet, so I'm pretty happy about that. But once they do, I need to make sure I have that money ready to pay. And lastly, just to recap again, my rent's getting lowered probably by $100, so that's extra money coming in. So yeah, that's pretty much how my money for September is going to look like. And we will see if I hit these numbers. But I will keep you guys updated about this situation and see what my job said. I just submitted the availability to the store manager because I guess the person who's in charge of scheduling has been messing up everyone's schedule. So all the departments are being short-staffed and nobody's availability was inputted to the computer. So, for example, I'm being scheduled out of my availability, and so I'm missing out on 30 minutes worth of work because they're scheduling me at the same time that I'm at my other job, and I can't be in two places at once. So we will see what goes on forward. I did tell them I can do extra hours on my days off as long as I do an opening shift, but who knows? They may give it to me, they may not. I do not know, but we will see because I had plans for this money and I need it in my account. But with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.